What's up, dudes? How you guys doing? Name here. Freaking Mookie, what's up? K9, what's up? Freaking got beat by name here. Second me, Lord. Yeah, they're emotionally balancing. They're not paying attention to stats and statistics.
Nothing. Not enough minerals.
SCV ready. Sure thing. Bad news.
Not enough minerals.
SCV ready. Go ahead.
Additional supply depots required.
In the rear. SCV ready. What's going on? Go ahead, ready. What's going on? In the rear with the gear. SCV ready. Huh? What's going on?
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
I'm
Not
going.
enough minerals.
Bad news.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
This better be good. Who wants? Go
Command
ahead.
center upgrade. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Big job. Bad news. SCV. Go ahead.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Huh? Go, go, go. SCV ready. In the rear with the gear. SCV ready. Gangway.
Command center upgrade.
SCV ready. What's going on?
Not enough minerals.
SCV ready.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
SCV ready.
Head. Not enough.
SCV.
Base is under attack. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough.
God damn it! Why aren't you fucking listening, man? Damn. And yeah, that's one way to lose. And they're still not responding for some reason. Am I lagging right now? That they constantly don't respond? There shouldn't be a fucking problem with them. Good, great finish. That's
Addition. Insufficient rescue.
You're losing the fucking randoms on the internet doing one base proxy all-ins. I watched the finals. I wasn't impressed. Every game was Adept Oracle versus Zerglings into like Ravager Hydra. It was just the same fucking game like
Not enough minerals.
7 times in a row.
Not enough minerals.
Nothing special.
SCV ready. Go ahead. What?
Not enough minerals.
Go ahead. SCV ready.
Maybe if they brought back strategy into the game, it wouldn't be a problem. And I'd probably enjoy it more. But when I see the same game 7 games in a row,
Additional supply depots
I'm just
required.
kind of like, eh.
Go ahead. SCV ready.
That's why old school StarCraft 2 is way better.
Our SCVs are under attack.
SCV ready. Ah! What? Big job.
Not enough minerals.
Go ahead.
Whoever this loser is that changed their name, right? Apparently I have them blocked.
SCV ready.
Must have BM'd me at one point. Pretty hard to do that.
Not enough minerals.
Big job, huh? Go ahead. What's going on? Big job. Huh?
Not enough minerals. Command center upgrade complete.
Bad news.
Not enough minerals.
Been waiting.
Not enough minerals. Additional supply depots required.
In the rear with the gear. Standing. Armed and ready.
I remember doing the tank and the just one tank in the battle mech, and it was pretty garbage.
You scared me.
They still had more units than me,
Want a piece of me, boy?
even with being greedy like this.
Huh?
The other thing I can think of is you have to do damage in order to not be behind,
What's going on?
like every
Command
time.
center upgrade complete.
You're forced to.
SCV ready.
Vespine geyser required replacement.
Go ahead.
Don't do damage, you lose.
Good job. SCV ready.
Add-on complete.
I can't build here. What's going on? SCV ready. SCV ready. SCV ready.
Add-on complete.
Ah! SCV ready. SCV ready. Roger.
Not enough.
SCV ready.
Additional supply depots required.
Go ahead. SCV ready. Huh? SCV ready.
Not enough mineral. Not enough minerals.
Ready to roll out. I'll give it my best. SCV ready.
Not enough
Up, ready.
minerals. Our SCVs are under attack.
What's going on? I'm in deep.
The low end layers. Doing their little cheeses and shit.
Not enough. Base is under
SCV
attack.
ready.
I heard that. Light here.
Speak up.
Dubious
Add-on.
fucking race in the
Base
game.
is under attack.
Little fucking noobs.
Waiting on you.
Base is under
Can't
attack.
build here.
Add-on.
I can't build here. SCV ready.
Your forces are under attack.
Oh, it's on.
Base is under attack.
Light here.
What's going on? Go ahead. Ah, big jump. In the rear. SCV ready.
Add-on complete.
Move it. You're the boss. Bad news. SCV ready. Yes, sir.
Base is under attack. Our SCVs are under attack.
Been waiting on you.
Only thing I can think of is Ghost. But the Ghost is heavily nerfed. Like to do an actual like good mech macro build, because there's no good macro builds. Because you can die to really stupid shit very easily. But the good build that I used to have was the Ghost Opener, but it's nerfed really badly. Yeah, it's just nothing but Protosses every time I log into StarCraft 2. Over and over and over again.
Not enough. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
SCV ready. Ah! Big job.
Not enough minerals.
SCV ready. Huh? I'm going.
I have it set to US East.
In the rear.
Additional supply depots required.
I guess I just can't do a gasless opener, it's impossible. You have to do damage early on.
SCV ready.
I keep trying to do a gasless opener, but I just died everything. And what's funny is I get away with the greed, but I still die. Because there's a timing for specific text from Protosses, whether it's like Mass Blink and other things, that you have to spot early on or harass early on because of how fucking retarded the damn race is now compared to what it used to be in the past, because there's too many fucking cuckolds balancing this game, as an example.
Not enough minerals.
Big job, huh?
I don't know if you guys saw the video, but like the RTS storyteller made a video on like the decline of StarCraft 2. Giant Grant Games just did that as well. A lot of people are noticing the stats and noticing their channels are declining because of this patch in particular in 2025. And nobody's doing shit about it. They're like, yeah, Protoss is the greatest! The game is balanced because, you know, look, we haven't had a Protoss guy in like 10 years. Even though Protoss just won GSL, we haven't had a Protoss like win in 10 years. Yeah, we know that all the A-tier tournaments are dominated by Protoss, like 100% of them. There's not a single one that isn't by Zerg or Terran, but hey, you know, Protoss is still not busted. And that's why everybody's leaving StarCraft, by the way. Can't say that it's imbalanced, like look at EWC. Oh, god damn, man. Hey, they want to kill StarCraft? Let them. I'll watch the decline happen. They want to kill StarCraft. Let them. I'll watch the decline happen. You know why? Because I don't need StarCraft as a job. I can do something else. These people behind StarCraft don't have the skills to do something else. I do. But here I am, because I love StarCraft, trying to make it work.
Go ahead.
But ho ho ho!
What's going on?
Hey, I don't know shit. I'm just a big meanie on the internet. RuFF the big fucking meanie.
Yeah. SCV ready.
He doesn't know shit.
SCV ready.
He's just a big meanie that doesn't look at stats and statistics or nothing.
Additional supply depots required. Additional supply depots required.
Oh yeah. Ah, you scared me. Huh?
Additional supply depot. Add-on complete.
I'm gonna get a Raven real quick.
Not enough minerals.
I'm go.
Raven doesn't save me though from the drop happening. It'll be out at least by the time I don't know, 10-15 seconds of the drop happens.
SCV ready.
If they do decide to do shit like that.
Go ahead. I can't. SCV ready. SCV ready.
I should make another video and just start smearing it in their fucking faces. That's what I need to do.
SCV ready.
But you think that I've made enough videos already that show the stats and statistics. But they don't give a shit. They just want their little fucking dopamine hit.
SCV ready. In the rear with the gear.
Kinda fucking sad to be honest.
Yeah. SCV ready.
Fucking weaklings.
Yes, sir.
Seriously.
Ready, but
How many mines do I have? Where's the other mine at?
SCV
There
ready.
it is.
Research complete.
Nobody but fucking backbone in this day and age. They're all gonna order their fucking hentai-androids soon when they come out.
Additional supply
They can't
depots
fucking get
required.
girlfriends and shit.
Additional supply depots required.
Big job, huh?
They don't know how to talk to the ladies.
Gotcha.
life flight here.
You know they're coming out with that, by the way.
Upgrade complete.
They're already working in the production
Now
of
what?
it. The
Where's the electric?
fucking androids.
Additional supply depots required.
Picking up. Ready to pick up.
Bad news. I can't build here. SCV ready. SCV ready. In the rear with the...
I don't know.
Go ahead.
I'm just sick of these people running the game. Sick of it.
SCV ready. Oh, it's here. Drop it. Oh, it's here.
Not enough energy.
Give us! Go ahead. What's our target? SCV ready. Big job. SCV ready. SCV ready.
Add-on complete.
I'm going.
Command center upgrade complete.
SCV ready.
Not enough energy. Research complete.
SCV ready. SCV ready. SCV ready. Ah! You scared me!
Upgrade.
Engine screaming.
In job, huh?
Mineral field depleted.
Need something? Huh? Yeah.
Research complete.
Engine scream.
SCV ready. Ah! What's going on?
Base is under attack.
I'm in deep.
Our base is under attack.
All of it.
Base is under attack.
Yes, tier 1 spams. Here we go, guys.
Mineral field.
Engine screaming.
Base is under attack.
Inbound. Weapons.
Mineral field depleted.
Receiving.
All these Nexus with like nothing. That's all they fucking do, guys. StarCraft.
Mineral field depleted. Upgrade complete.
Popping up. Seriously.
Your forces under attack.
What's going on? Bad news.
What do you notice about their bases?
Rear with the gear. Ready.
I notice that they don't get any fucking gas whatsoever.
Your forces are under attack. Our SCVs are under attack. Base is under attack.
SCV ready.
I don't care about these. What do they call it? Who gets the prize money or not? Korean or not? I actually kind of prefer the Koreans to get it, because EU are the ones that are balancing the game. They're balancing for their tier 1 spamming, basically. Whereas at least Korean players, they like to use their brains. Every time I see Koreans play. they're doing something innovative, usually. Kind of like how NA players used to be innovative in the past.
SCV ready. Here. Go.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Big job. Ready.
Banshee Mine used to be pretty good until they nerfed
Go
it,
ahead.
like everything else in this game.
Additional supply depots required.
We've had a bad start to today because I got like 4 or 5 fucking Protoss players in a row. We've had a bad start.
SCV ready. Go ahead. What? SCV ready.
When I think about it, I should quit though.
Go ahead.
I should contribute to the exodus of players. And see how these fucking nerds fend for themselves in growing StarCraft. I guarantee you they can't. They're gonna be forced to fucking balance the game back to what it was. Or they can let it die. One or the other. They might make the excuse that the game's just old. That's what they always like to fucking do. Make excuses. They never take self-accountability for anything.
What's going on?
That's what grown children do all the time.
Command center upgrade complete.
You can see I'm a little vicious today. I'm in the I don't give a fuck mode.
Insufficient Vespene gas.
Yo. SCV ready.
Insufficient Vespene gas. Insufficient Vespene gas.
I'll still stream Lord Callion, just not StarCraft. I'll still be
Insufficient Vespene gas.
You sure about that?
do other
Give me
projects.
the sit rep. Bad news? Out with it. Ah! Come again. SCV ready. Big job, huh? Solo host reporting. What's going on? Ow. So
Basically do what Vibe did, just branch out somewhere else.
go. SCV ready.
A lot of strategy players are fed up with the mechanically driven StarCraft style
Insufficient Vespene gas.
SCV ready.
because it's killing the viewership in the scene.
SCV ready. Big job, huh? Ghost reporting.
Insufficient Vespene gas.
SCV ready.
Additional supply depots required.
Ready to go.
Secretly buff and change things.
What's going on?
Not
What they do is they
insufficient.
SCV
come out
ready.
with. So here's a trick, right? A psychological trick. The psychological trick is they try to give you something in
SCV
return for
Command
taking
center
something
upgrade
away that is greater.
Ready for dusting.
Okay.
complete. Not enough fuel.
So they'll release some kind of
Ready
buff
for pickup?
that means nothing, something stupid, right? like a non-stat change buff,
SCV ready.
and then they'll heavily nerf
Hallelujah.
the other things for Terran, as an example.
Ah, you scared me.
But then they'll
Taken out,
start
dropping
overbuffing
off.
the other races, right? As you guys have seen. That's what they like to do.
Not enough energy.
They're really good at that,
With the gear.
I've
Now
noticed.
what?
They're really fucking good at that.
Dropping off.
Solo coming. You sure about
Like the proposal changes they're coming up with. Like, hey, we're gonna
go?
give Terran back their damage and the Widowmine to burrow faster. But then you gotta remember what they took away.
SCV
And
ready.
they took a lot of fucking shit away. I'm just letting you guys know, like, they took a lot of shit
Talk
away.
to me.
Okay, they're only giving you back like one or two things, and then on top of that, they're adding in more nerfs, right?
SCV ready.
Or they want to propose more nerfs.
Ben,
So I'm kind of fed up with seeing that every single patch come out. That when they came out with the proposal and making a stink about it, and I was basically showing like the stats again, obviously, but nobody gives a shit anymore.
Add-on complete.
Nobody in StarCraft gives a shit if I throw out the stats and statistics and showed like the truth. They don't care. I feel bad for Protoss. That's all they ever fucking think about. I feel bad about Protoss, and then everybody is fucking quitting the game.
Not enough.
Protoss is so underpowered. I feel so bad for Protoss players.
Ready for pickup?
Let's balance for the Protoss player. We haven't had a champion.
what's going on? SCV ready.
GSL doesn't count.
Big job.
It has to be EWC.
In the rear with the
Okay,
gear.
well, if we're talking about only
Now
EWC, you know Cyril won 3 times in a fucking row, right?
No
So,
SCV ready.
what about Terran then?
Bad news.
If you're not going to count GSL and some of the other stuff. See, that's kind of how they fucking think.
Waiting on.
Because they're fucking idiots. That's what I fucking hate about this shit so much.
Picking up or dropping off.
Let's get to it.
Y'all suck balls.
What's going on? Big job. I can't feel here. SCV ready. In the rear with the gear.
That's why it's a fucking joke. Literally.
Not enough energy.
And then these LGBTQ activist individuals in the StarCraft community are like, yeah, we're gonna go to the place that shits on it, the Saudis, because they're paying us money, right? That's the most hilarious thing on top of it.
Not enough minerals.
You know how easy it is? You throw money in people's faces and they immediately change within
Command
seconds.
center.
You think they gave a shit about LGBTQ stuff? They never fucking gave a shit about it in the past. That's the funny thing about it, you know? Well, it's not funny, but
Not enough
but
minerals.
you get it, right?
Yes, Commander.
Research complete.
And here's someone like me who doesn't care about that stuff. Hey, be whatever you want to be. But I'm the bad guy. I'm the misogynist dude. But they lie to everybody's fucking face about it. Oh, we care so much about that stuff. Not when money's involved, you don't. Typical fucking
What's
human.
going on?
Mineral field depleted.
Big job.
Who called in the fleet?
In the rear with the gear. SCV ready.
What is it? Who called in the fleet?
Insufficient Vespene gas.
I'm on it.
Go ahead. Bad news.
Yes, Commander.
Trust me, dudes. I I ooze. I saw someone say it in my Twitter feed or whatever, or my X feed. I ooze free speech. All right. I'm gonna be real about things. I don't care if it hurts people's feelings. All right. But they'll point me out as being the bad guy because they get butthurt over the things I say, even though they're true.
Mineral field depleted.
Who called in the fleet? Yes, Commander.
Mineral field depleted.
Big job, huh?
What's worse? Let me ask a question to the chat. So, I think it's funny. Let's jump into the topic a little bit. I tell you guys, right?
Upgrade
I don't
complete.
mind like LGBTQ stuff. You know what I mean? I really don't care. I'm a straight dude, right? It doesn't bother me. But what's worse?
Bad news.
Someone who's true about it,
Base is under
that
attack.
isn't bothered by it, right?
In the rear.
That you can do whatever you want, you can identify as whatever you want, I don't care, as long as you're not within my circle trying to convert me into your religion,
Upgrade
I don't mind.
complete.
right? I have no problem. Or, the guy that pretends to be it, because they're getting paid to pretend to be part of that
Oh,
side.
really?
What's worse?
Yes, Commander.
Someone who doesn't mind it, doesn't care, as long as you're not in my circle, trying to
Land
convert
center
me into a
upgrade
religion,
complete. Mineral field
or someone who
depleted.
is about the money,
Big job, huh?
taking advantage of it because it's a narrative during
Additional
the time.
supply depots required. Additional supply
worse?
depots required.
Well,
Gets you thinking, right?
yes, Commander.
Mineral field depleted.
Yes, Commander.
Huh? Bad news. Big job, huh? Yep. Yeah, whatever.
Who called in the fleet?
To whitewash other BS, exactly name here. Yep.
Gotcha.
Base is under attack.
Yep. Right.
You scared me.
Upgrade complete. Mineral field depleted.
In the rear with the gear.
Mineral field depleted. Vespine geyser exhausted.
going on?
Go ahead.
You hailed?
Go ahead.
Mineral field depleted.
Patching you through.
I misclicked that. I meant to only send that one hurt one back.
SCV ready.
Yes, Commander.
SCV ready.
You hailed?
What's going on?
Oh, really?
SCV ready. You're the boss.
Our SCVs are under attack.
Go ahead.
Add-on complete.
Called in the fleet.
Insufficient Vespine gas. Upgrade complete.
Ready to raise some hell. Absolutely.
Additional capacity required. Mineral field depleted.
What's going on?
Well,
Our SCVs are under attack.
patching you through.
Insufficient Vespine gas.
Ready to raise some hell. Where's the hot? Here we go. Word. Done and done. Are you ready for this? Talk, boss. Hell yeah. I'm going in. That it?
Vespine gas exhausted. Mineral field depleted.
Evening home.
Vespine gas exhausted.
Word. Hell to the metal. All day long. Raise some hell.
Upgrade complete. Insufficient Vespine gas.
I can't feel here. Big job, huh?
Command center upgrade complete.
Ready to something in the way. What's going on?
Yes, Commander. You hailed?
Base is under attack.
Patching you.
Ready to raise some hell.
Mineral field depleted.
Well,
Insufficient Vespine gas. Mineral field depleted.
Pedal to the metal. In the rear with the gear.
Mineral field depleted.
Light it up. Word. rubber. Right on. Talk to me, boss.
Mineral field depleted.
You hear me? Are you SCV ready? Hell yeah!
Base is under attack. Upgrade complete.
I'm in a heap of trouble. Ben? Big job, huh?
Not enough energy.
Bad news. Ready to raise some hell.
It's a trap.
Mineral field depleted.
Will do.
What's going on? Go ahead.
Not enough. Mineral field depleted. Research complete. Base is under attack.
Bad news. Gotcha.
Add-on complete.
Ready to raise some hell. SCV ready.
Not enough energy.
Hell yeah. Raise some hell.
Commencing bombardment.
Base is under attack. Base is under attack. Base is under attack.
Ah, fucking misclick that shit. Not paying attention. Dying to some random ass roaches now.
Base is under attack. Mineral
Lots
field
into the base.
depleted. Mineral field depleted. Base is under attack. Not enough energy. Base is under attack. Research complete. Command center upgrade complete. Upgrade complete.
Can't make any more units. I killed all this tech, so I need to go quick.
Base is under attack.
Ready to raise some hell.
Insufficient. Not enough minerals.
State your request and your position. Command authorities at your
under attack.
Mayday! Mayday!
Online. Let's go kill something.
Ready? Right away.
Not enough. Not enough minerals.
I don't have any turrets over here.
Base is under attack.
Let's see here.
What, adventures in babysitting the Antichrist?
Just invite cosplayers and give them their Make-A-Wish Kid trophy. Oh man, it's gotten pretty bad with that. That's for sure. Yeah, getting third base is near impossible in TVP. I agree. Protoss hasn't had a world champion come in. They just won GSL, and they're winning all the A-tier tournaments. Why are they still saying that it's a problem? That's what I don't understand. I like how they said in EWS that Zergs and Terrans complaining about Protoss is a meme. It's not a fucking meme. Like, I think it's ridiculous that they said it that way. And the only reason they're saying it on stream is because when these influencers are hired, they have to be positive all the time, okay? And I hate the fake positivity. It drives me absolutely insane every time I see it. Just because it's like for paid shills, basically. It upsets me a little bit whenever I see it. I should make a video on it. I probably will. I'm getting sick and tired of making these videos, though. To be honest, I don't want to make them. But I feel like I have to. Falseness bred into everybody nowadays. Yeah.
Not enough minerals.
The Law and Order has shifted to chaos, basically, in this day and age. There's more chaos instead of Law and Order.
Not enough minerals.
And then it's also, you can also compare it to people trying to either use logic or making decisions based on their feelings. They make a lot of decisions based on their feelings.
Additional supply depots required.
And I can tell you, anything you make decisions based on feelings goes to shit. Don't do it. Especially businesses. He will destroy your fucking business if you make those kind of decisions based on feelings. I feel bad for the lazy coworker. Because she's so nice to me, but she doesn't do anything. I'm gonna keep working with her for 2, 3, 4 fucking years to see if she'll change. And then it never happens, right? And then your business goes to shit.
Go ahead.
Because I feel bad about them. Well, there goes your business.
SCV ready.
Oh, let's just balance the game for a bunch of Protoss players. Because we feel bad about Protosses. The same thing.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not Command center upgrade complete.
Bad news.
Not enough minerals.
In the rear with the gear. What's up? SCV ready.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Armed and ready. Been waiting. SCV ready. Go ahead. You want a piece of me, boy? What's going on?
You know what I'm ready for? I need to think positive right now. You know what I'm ready for?
Command center.
I'm ready for the big pump that's gonna happen in a few days. That's what I'm ready for.
Add-on complete.
I'm excited.
SCV ready.
Not enough minerals.
I need to think good things. I can't be thinking about feeling good StarCraft balance right now.
SCV ready.
Not enough minerals.
SCV ready.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Big job, huh? SCV ready. SCV ready.
Never been through Quake school.
SCV ready.
Optics online. Let's go kill something.
Starting to sound like my my dad going through Ranger school.
SCV ready.
Add-on. Additional supply.
SCV ready.
Additional supply.
SCV ready. Go ahead. Huh?
Not enough minerals. Additional supply. Not enough minerals.
Ready.
Not enough minerals. Not enough. Additional
The same with
supply
the music I
depot.
listen
Not
to.
enough minerals. Additional supply depot.
Ruff's a bad person. He listens to demonic music. You know.
Your thing. SCV ready. SCV
Internet
ready.
sissies, man.
Ah, you hear me?
I gotta listen to some Taylor Swift. I gotta be like Jason.
SCV ready. SCV ready. Ready to blunder.
I need to lower my testosterone. I can't be amping it up with like hardcore beated music. I gotta listen to some soft stuff. I don't mind ambience, but I'm just saying, man.
Go ahead. Lay it on me. SCV ready. Ah, you hear me? Ready to blunder. Transformation system.
There's this guy going mass Cyclones. It seems to be very popular in PvP now. Look at that. I used to do this all the time. Now everybody else is doing it.
What's going on?
They finally caught up to the meta.
Speak up. Give us your what?
That's also why I'm doing this build account.
Our SCVs are under attack.
Am I gonna die now?
Fighter play.
Yep, because I don't have a fucking scan.
Our
He's all in with
SCVs
this.
are under attack.
That sucks.
Not enough energy. Not enough energy. Not enough energy. Not enough. Command center upgrade. Not enough energy. Our SCVs are under attack.
I might lose because of that. That also gives me a reason to go attack.
Not enough minerals.
Save the scans and attack. While he's doing Cyclone Banshee shit.
Go ahead. Got no. What's that? Ready. Give us
Not enough energy.
Light flight.
got no weight. What's that?
Fighter play.
I'm in deep.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
SCV ready.
Not enough minerals.
Got no weight. What's that?
I like it. Transformation.
Taking effort. Dropping off.
Ready to blunder.
Waiting on you. Ready to pick up?
Made for battle. Victory. No one will be ready for war.
Heading out. Dropping off.
Let's get into
Go ahead. Bad news. Big job. Huh? I'm going. Let's go. SCV ready. The gear.
Satanic.
Ready.
ready to blunder.
Will do.
Systems go. Cyclone ready for action.
Go ahead. SCV ready.
Show me
What's going on? Bad news. SCV ready.
got it. Ready to blunder. Transfer.
SCV ready.
Systems go. Cyclone ready for action.
SCV ready.
Typo
Not
negative.
enough minerals.
I've heard of them, but
Not
I
enough
don't
minerals.
recognize their music. I'm pretty sure I've listened to them. I just have to listen to a track and I don't remember.
Base is under attack.
This kid is full fucking, what do you call it?
Ready for war?
You got
Full fucking Cyclone.
Add-on complete.
You gonna give me orders?
Add-on.
SCV ready.
Base is under attack. Base is under attack.
Go ahead.
Not enough minerals.
I should have never went for Cyclones. That was just stupid. I couldn't even get the upgrade in time.
Mineral field depleted.
If I had the upgrade, we might have been okay, but I didn't have the upgrade.
Not enough minerals.
So that was
Not
just
enough
killing me.
minerals.
Imagine if all
Not
those
enough
Cyclones were
minerals.
tanks right here. They wouldn't have been able to do shit.
Not enough minerals.
Big job, huh?
Our facilities are under attack. Mineral field depleted. Mineral field depleted.
We need at least +1, because without +1, then we're fucking. That's the problem.
Not enough energy.
And I don't have a scan again, so I'm just gonna lose again. I could just lose all our MMR, right? Playing like shit. I'm not in the game really today. I really just don't give a shit anymore. That's probably why. Give me a moment. I'll be right back. Beer me. No, I'm not playing other races. I refuse. Smells like Doom. I know you like Doom, Durbin. Yeah, well, if I'm not doing StarCraft, I'll definitely be doing a lot of fun projects on the side. Like doing them Doom runs, right? For one. What other projects would I do? I might play other games for once. Maybe do
What's going on?
try different games. Because I never have the time to do it since I'm
Not
a
enough
StarCraft player.
minerals.
SCV ready. What's going on?
I might even start my own like podcast also. It might be something
Additional supply depots required.
if that happened. Get one more pump, I might just do it, which might be in a few days.
Yep.
Pay off my leverage and live for free for a year, no problem. And then just try that adventure for about 6 months, see how that goes. That would be nice,
Going on?
but I need one more leg up in
In
crypto.
the rear with the SCV ready. Bad news.
Then I can get rid of my Jeet stack,
Ah, you scared me.
as they call it.
SCV ready. Go. In the rear. SCV ready.
Not enough minerals.
I don't know. It's kind of unfortunate because if things go like really good with me doing like the crypto stuff, I've always thought about
Piece of me, boy.
hosting tournaments and giving
What's
back to the
going on?
community. Oh, man, the community
Huh?
for StarCraft
Command center
treats me like
upgrade
shit,
complete.
and it makes me not want to.
Additional supply depots required.
Not talking about like you guys. You guys in the chat are awesome. It's just, I mean like the people that are in charge of StarCraft
SCV ready.
treat me very fucking poorly.
SCV ready. Huh? Armed and ready. In the rear with SCV ready.
Command center upgrade complete.
Yeah, something I've noticed too is that when when I watch people play
Add-on
Doom,
complete.
I actually really like it also for some reason, especially when it's challenging like that, like the retro Doom. Because there is a bit of strategy to how you go about abusing the monster AI and getting them to infight and stuff from like specific hard maps. When you kind of like handicap yourself, right? Like doing no saves as an example, things like that. It's pretty fun. And then when you start with like the pistol, so
Not enough.
it definitely makes it challenging. And I think what makes it even more challenging is
Not enough.
I don't know what the fuck is
Not enough.
happening in the game because it's blind, right? I'm doing blind runs because it's my first time doing it with these expansions that I've never played before. Like, you should see my reactions because I've never played the levels. When like shit jumps out, I'm like, whoa, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like whenever I'm playing it, like it's like fucking golden, man.
Add-on complete. Add-on complete. Not enough minerals.
Big job, huh? SCV ready. SCV ready. In the rear, I can't hear. SCV ready. SCV ready. What's that?
It's all good, Lando.
Ready to plunder.
Can't control typical human behavior. Humans are just built that way. Greedy.
Transformation system. What's going on? Let's get into the SCV ready.
Not enough minerals.
Fight or flight. Yeah, right. In the big job, huh? You ready for war? Made for battle. Let's get into the fight. Made for battle. Ready. I like it. SCV ready. There's the spirit. SCV ready.
I actually didn't know that, Lando. That's good information.
What's going
I should make it
on?
in a video.
Bad news.
Insufficient Vespine gas. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Insufficient Vespine gas.
In the rear with the gear. Big job, huh? SCV ready.
Who called in the fleet? Who called in the fleet?
Ready to
Unacceptable landing zone. Insufficient Vespine gas. Insufficient Vespine gas.
I mean, do this. That's interesting. Might be okay then.
Insufficient. Research complete. Add-on complete.
Oh, really? Well,
Right, they got away.
Raise some hell. Light it. Go ahead. Where's my hot action? I'm in a heap of trouble. Absolutely. I'm
who called in the
ready to raise some hell. Yo. Big job, huh? Ready to raise some hell. Are you ready
Mineral
for
field
this?
depleted.
What is it?
Not enough minerals.
Ready to raise some hell.
Oh, really?
Our SCV's base is under attack.
Ready to raise some hell. Yeah.
Command center upgrade.
En route.
Additional supplies required. Mineral field depleted. Upgrade complete. Upgrade mineral field depleted. Mineral field depleted. Mineral field depleted.
Get some. Ready to raise some hell. Go ahead.
Unacceptable landing zone.
Where's my hot action? Big job, huh? Are you ready for this? I'm in a heap of trouble. Ready to raise some hell. I'm in a heap of trouble all day long. I'm going in. Word. Right on. Go ahead. Uh-huh. Ah! Huh? Yep.
Yes, Commander.
Base is under attack. Our SCVs are under attack.
Well, who called in the fleet? Yes, Commander.
Not enough minerals.
Absolutely. Hell yeah.
Upgrade complete. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Move it.
Try this mine idea first.
Ah! news?
What is it?
Upgrade complete. Research complete.
Raven online. Yes, Commander. Patching you through.
Reporting for action.
Course laid in.
Mineral field depleted.
Yes, sir.
Additional supply depots required.
Bad news? Go ahead.
What is it? Yes, Commander.
Ah, you scared me.
Patching you. Well,
Additional supply depots required. Not enough energy.
Big job, huh? Go ahead. What's going on?
yes, Commander.
Not enough minerals.
What is it? Oh,
Not enough minerals.
you hail? What is it? Whatever that means. Yes, sir.
Upgrade complete.
Well, I'm on it.
Reporting for action.
Patching.
Mineral field depleted. Vespine Gaza exhausted. Not enough energy. Ancestral landing zone. Not enough energy. Vespine Gaza exhausted.
Reporting for action.
Not enough energy.
Reporting for action.
Battle complete. Base is under attack. Upgrade complete. Vespine Gaza exhausted. Mineral field depleted. Upgrade complete.
Light it up. Ben. Talk to me, boss. Ready to raise some hell. Are you ready for this? I hear you. Where's the hot action? Want some? Waiting on you. Been waiting on you. Light it up. Got the extra firepower?
Mineral field depleted.
Word. Talk to me, boss.
Raven.
I'm going in.
Mineral field depleted.
Yes, sir. Metal to metal. It's heating up out here. Right on. Wait up. Talk to me, boss. Fire, fire. Light it. Are you ready for this? Eat napalm. Got extra firepower?
Insufficient Vespine gas.
We could use some help here. It's your dime. SCV ready.
Not enough energy.
Now, what is it?
Research complete.
In motion. Talk to me. Here we go. I hear you. Let's set some on fire.
Oh,
Ready to raise some hell. Are you ready for this?
Not enough energy. Not enough energy.
Well, let's take a moment to think about this, right? Let's take a moment to think about it. Because of what Johnny Bravo Crunch is saying. Do you think I have that much influence that I'm making everybody quit the game? Is that a yes or a no question? Where did the exodus of 50,000 people leaving come from? It wasn't me. What happened this patch that made them quit? So, am I supposed to say nothing when I care about the game and I need the influencers to do something about it? I need everybody to be on the same page, right? And I need everybody to put pressure on their asses, okay? So that StarCraft doesn't die. That's it. That's why I talk about it. I've been playing StarCraft 2. I've been playing StarCraft in general for over a lifetime. Literally over a lifetime. And for the first time in 2025, alright, I actually started making videos on balance. Okay, that says something. Right? So, if I just go over to YouTube, I'm going to go over to YouTube. Alright? And I'm going to go under my miscellaneous playlist. Let's go over to my miscellaneous playlist. Why only this year did I start doing it? We have to ask ourselves that question. I'm gonna go over to my miscellaneous playlist. I'm gonna look at the videos. Alright. And I'm gonna bring it up, right? Here's my miscellaneous playlist. Hey, look at that! I didn't realize I had the crypto stuff on here from when I did the video 2 years ago. But look, there is nothing here about balance at all. Okay? Nothing in my playlist from years ago. Right? It started... I made this one right here. This is when it started. Okay? Right here, these videos is when it started. So this one, this is my... in January 2025. So, that's when it started. You see? When I started going against the balance. Alright, so there's a reason why for the things that I do. And the things that I'm talking about on this stream. A lot of these people, okay, that are behind the balance don't give a fuck. They don't care that StarCraft is going downhill and that the player base is going down. You know what they care about? We need a Protoss champion really badly. That's what they care about. And I can tell you, when you put your feelings ahead of logic, that's when the game goes to shit. And that's what's happening right now. And that is why I'm voicing it really badly right now. Okay? Like, literally, that's the reason why. And I want everybody to understand that. Okay? So why all of a sudden this year? Because it got really fucking bad. That's why. I never really complained. I didn't like the direction of the balance the past few years because I already saw what direction they were going in. But I never was passionate enough to make videos because I was worried about StarCraft. Now I'm worried about StarCraft. Okay? I care about StarCraft. But here's the thing, right? Everybody on the internet in the StarCraft community dislikes me, except for you guys that actually use your brains. Because you're actually looking at the numbers and the stats. And the reason I am not so nice to those people is because they continue to think with their feelings. That's why. They don't care. And it's sad. And when we look at EWC, I saw a lot of influencers backpedaling the things that they said. I even saw it with, like, what was it? Jason and Sal recently on X. The backpedal. Sorry StarCraft community, I agreed with RuFF stuff. I apologize. Okay. You see how much of an influence I have in StarCraft? That they have to call me out? Why do they all dislike me so much? Why do they start drama with me all the time? I don't seek drama. The drama comes to me. There's a reason, right? Because they don't like the things that I say. And I'm just a big meanie to them. Because they're little children. They've never accepted criticism in their entire life. That's the problem. You know, I see Tasteless and Artosis backpedaling in EWC, and it pisses me off. And they're doing it because they're being paid. When I saw that, I wasn't happy. When I heard them say that, when they had that interview at the dinner table or something, I wasn't happy about it. They literally backpedaled and said, "There's nothing wrong with Protoss," and I'm like, have you guys been not looking at the statistics lately, and how bad the stats are? Like, not a single A-tier tournament in 2025 hasn't been dominated by Protoss. That's 100%. That is a whole. That is the ultimate statistic. That it's 100%. It's not 90% of them. It's not 80% of them. 100% of the tournaments are dominated by Protoss in A-tier tournaments. That's a pretty wild stat. It's pretty wild. And they're ignoring it. They're all ignoring it. They're not looking at the player base. How many people are playing StarCraft? They're ignoring it. They're ignoring the decline in players. They're all ignoring it. It's crazy. They're ignoring that everybody playing on the ladder, there's mostly Protoss players on the ladder. They're ignoring it. They're emotionally making the decisions. They're not logically looking at that stuff. Oh, we haven't had a Protoss tournament. Even though Protoss won GSL, we haven't had a Protoss tournament when like EWC or something. Well, you know what? Cyril won 3 times in a fucking row. So what about Terran then? If we want to make that argument. I can debate about this stuff. You know why I can debate about this stuff? Because I have the facts behind me. I can sit in a room with all these influencers and I can debate it and I'll be like, fact here. Fact here. Fact here. They will get crushed in a debate. That's the problem. And they won't debate me. Hate to say it. They won't. Because it'll be all emotional. They might start doing what Destiny does. Start talking really fast or something to jumble up their fucking words. To try to look like they know shit. You see how I'm talking? I'm talking calm and collect. I'm showing facts. That's the crazy thing about it. That drives me nuts. Okay? It drives me nuts. Man. I can tell you. I don't know why I'm fighting so hard for StarCraft. Why am I doing it, guys? Maybe because I love streaming StarCraft. I love streaming StarCraft even though I hate the balance. Maybe that's the reason why. They all make fun of me. You guys know that, right? A lot of these guys in the StarCraft community, they're jealous, they make fun of me. They complain all the time about everything. They're like, oh, ever since RuFF went on YouTube, he's viewbotting. As an example, that's one of them. Right? Oh, RuFF is in crypto. He lost everything in crypto. He sold his house. Ha 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 ha. He lost everything. They don't know shit. They make the shit up. They post it on Reddit. You know what I mean? I can keep going on. They make fun of me about everything. But you know what's funny? I've never once attacked a single person in this fucking community. Not once. Not a single influencer. I never attacked like Jason. I never attacked like Sal. I never did any of that stuff. Right? I never went after Puck or Nina for like the transition shit. I never went after anybody. I don't give a fuck. That's the thing. I'm focusing on me. I'm focusing on my stream. I'm focusing on trying to have fun playing the game. These guys, they're fucking drama whores. They eat up like Jerry Springer like it's like every fucking day. You know what I mean? That's the problem with it. It's... Only a Villo? I don't attack a Villo. I don't give a shit. I might like make fun in games, but I'm not like going after their necks for something. You know what I mean? Or I'm not trying to make fun of them. You know when I start going after somebody? When they go after me. And they start making shit up about me. That's when I start calling them out as being like pussies or like little fucking pencil neck twig fucks. You know what I mean? Because then I'll start throwing out facts. You know what I mean? That's the thing, right? If they're gonna sit there and attack me, like I even post like my gym stuff, and they're like, "You're not doing it correctly," and I'm like, "I do this shit every fucking day," and they still attack me, guys. It doesn't matter what I do, they're going to attack me. Okay? Every fucking time. I can point out the facts. They don't give a fuck. Okay? People, I don't know how to explain it. You can get people into a debate, and they'll babble bullshit, and they'll still think they're right when they don't know anything, and they get caught in a corner. You know what I mean? So I just don't get it, man. Like that Hoopsaya guy saying I declined some $300 tournament or show match with him. I didn't decline shit. And it was 100, by the way. It wasn't 300. You can look at my VODs. Go on my fucking VODs on YouTube. When all his fucking viewers came in here because I blocked his ass for talking shit to me. Because I don't want to deal with it. Because I don't want to deal with drama. And then he gets mad because I'm not talking to him. Because I block him and I'm like, I don't want to deal with you. Alright? You're fucking annoying. You know what I mean? It's just, it drives me insane. It's like, you have to put down your own money, RuFF. And you're not a man if you don't. I don't give a fuck. You want to be a man? Be a you could claim yourself as fucking king for all I give a fuck. You know what I mean? That's what I'm talking about, dudes. Like, they just keep coming at me. And they don't stop. Alright? And there's a reason. They fucking hate the uncomfortable truth. And it pisses them off. And even if you throw out facts, and you try to debate with them, and you try to be nice, it doesn't fucking matter. It will never fucking matter. Okay? They have grown their entire life to never accept criticism. Because they are almighty God streamer influencers on the internet. Okay? And they know everything. They are the power. Alright? That's how they think. Okay? You gotta think of it that way. I'm actually very open-minded. I will actually listen to somebody talk. I will sit here and I'll just listen. And then I will wait for them to be done. And then I will talk myself. And I'll shoot out facts. And I guarantee you they'll keep interrupting me. That's the kind of people they are. So, something I've learned is you cannot engage in debate with these people. That's the problem. Nothing you say will matter. It'll never fucking matter. They will always think they're right. So, when it comes to balancing with Protoss, they will always think they're right. See, this is the other thing too. People always say that you're crying or something like that, and I'm like thinking to myself, I'm not crying. I'm talking. I'm throwing things out there. Yeah. You see how it is, right? And you know, I don't want to get on a political spectrum, but the super wokey dudes tend to act that way, where they're emotional, okay? I need them to set aside their feelings against me and try to think logically. But they feel like, okay, I'm not saying they don't think like, they feel like, because they're feely, alright, that if they agree with me, it makes them look bad, it makes them, it makes the other people in the community want to attack them if they agree with me. That's the problem, right? And then they also use the excuse that I am another Villa, right? I'm not another Villa. That's what they don't understand, okay? There's a little bit different, because a Villa uses feelings when he tries to talk, and then he flaunts his, like, he flaunts his power, right? He tries to do it that way. With me, I'm very straightforward, and the things I say are not going to be nice, only if you think it's not nice. Think about that, okay, for a moment. So if I say something like, look at me, I'm so strong, right? I go to the gym, I got a big willy. If people on the internet see me post something like that, and they're like, wow, RuFF goes to the gym, he's all buff, and he's got a big willy, and they think negative about it, it's because they're self-conscious on themselves, and then that fuels that hate toward me, okay? This is the psychology part. It fuels the hate toward me for no reason. But if you are a positive individual, you'll be like, hell yeah, that's awesome, dude. I think I'm gonna do that too. I can definitely get there as well. Maybe I can learn. Or maybe I'm already better than him. Good on him, but I'm stronger. You know what I mean? There are two different ways that people can approach it. There's a negative way, because you don't believe in yourself. And then there's the positive way, where you do believe in yourself, right? Most people don't believe in themselves, okay? They immediately point out and they think, bad person. Why? Because they've been conditioned that way over the past decade, all right? They've been conditioned to be wimps like that, instead of believing in themselves and becoming the best, right? So it annoys me whenever I see it, and I think it's kind of sad that they just don't look at the facts and stuff. But here's the thing, this is where I can't go wrong. As long I can continue being how I am, as long as I don't fuck up, right? That means I need to be morally bound with the decisions that I make. Now, people can try to make up shit on the internet. I'm not going to give a fuck, right? But I'm morally bound, right? I have to continue doing the right thing. I have to continue shooting out facts. You cannot go one direction and then flip the other direction and go to wokey direction where you're going to lie and flaunt yourself. Because then you start to fuck up, right? So I'm really hoping, and I'm crossing my fingers, and I'm praying. Okay? Who's that awesome person? Zam! 420, man. Appreciate you, Zam. But I am praying that they see this. When I say see this, I mean the balance issue. Okay? They can hate me all they want, but I want them to fix this issue so StarCraft goes in a better direction. Not for me, but for everybody. Okay? They cannot keep thinking in this, we gotta do this thing for Protoss and imbalance the game because we need someone to win EWC so badly or something like that. Right? That's just... Oh yeah, you're right, Cabell. People sit there and they just kind of like film nowadays. So if something's happening locally, like let's say someone's getting robbed or whatever, they're getting robbed. There's no gun, there's no nothing, right? it's not even like dangerous. People will just pull out their phones and start filming. You're right. They won't do anything because they're too scared. You know what I would do? I'd be like, yo guys, that guy's doing some stupid shit, let's go jump him. You know what I mean? This is America. We don't deal with that shit. You know what I mean? That's what I mean. For some reason, the alert is off the screen on the right side for some odd reason. I need to fix that somehow. I just saw that. JRS, thanks for the $2, buddy. Kind of glad he did that because I noticed that the screen was all messed up. Okay, let me see if I can fix it. Alright, for some reason it's still off screen, but I'm making it a little smaller in this corner. And it might work out. I don't know. I'm gonna have to try it again later. Yeah. Artosis said that Toss was OP on his stream. Well, that's what I was talking about, Joshua. When I heard Tasteless and Artosis backpedal at the major tournament, it's because they're doing their job and they're trying to keep things positive. But I just don't like. I don't like that, right? That they're and the only reason that they brought it up is because it is an issue in the community, right? And playing it off as if Terrans and Zerbs are complaining about it because it's a meme. No. It's the real thing, and it's fucking the game up, and it's getting people to leave. And I'm not a fan of that, right? So I kind of wish that they didn't backpedal that way. And that's kind of why I called them out earlier when I was talking about the stuffs, right? Yeah. I just don't know, man. I don't care if a Protoss wins a major tournament. What I care about is the fun that I'm playing in the game. The fun's being taken away. And then on top of that, other people aren't liking it either. It's just, you cannot have Protoss dominating everything and then only looking at S-tier tournaments and everything else is imbalanced. You cannot look at it that way. It's gonna really annoy people. Release a StarCraft list. Who's on the Balance Council list? Release the list. That's a good one, name here. Who went to a European island and is on the SC list? That's funny. Whose is paid? I'm all for transparency and accountability. Me too. That's hilarious. Do I know anyone in the council? Yeah. Well, we know that the three, right? Hearthstone, Pig, and Loco used to be. And they're making decisions for balancing the game, right? They're very vocal about it now that it's been pointed out that they are the ones doing it, right? In the past, nobody was vocal about it, right? Until I started going at it hardcore. And then now they're just kind of like, we're doing it. Here are the proposed changes. Here you go. We're making up the list, right? So, I was right about that, right? With how I looked at things. I wasn't like 100% sure. See, here's the funny thing. I wasn't 100% sure, but common sense dictated that they were. And when I pointed it out, because I was confident in my common sense, now they are open about it, if that makes sense. Funny how that works out, right? Utilizing common sense. Because, like I said, when you watch like Hearthstone do his interview, and he got every single change that he wanted, all I had to do was use common sense to point him out. It was that easy, right? No pro player will ever get every change that they want to nerf another race. Except in this instance. So, obviously. And then I realized that, oh wow, he's actually leading the thing, right? It looks like Pig is really trying to take over it, though, and trying to be the figurehead behind it. But it's weird because Pig started agreeing with my my analysis, right? And so now they went in the direction of trying to release that patch, the proposed patch, right? But here's the funny thing, though. It's like, yeah, we're hyped up and we're excited. You cannot fool me, okay? I know that everybody in the community is like considering me a threat because I keep posting the facts. But I'm letting you guys know, like, I've been watching the changes in StarCraft for a long time, and I see how they like to do things. They like to give you, like, a little piece of candy, which is kind of like a change, right? They give you some kind of change that's a buff, but it's not as bad as what they take away, usually. And when I've been dealing with that for 5 years, I'm gonna notice, okay? That is why I made the video that I did, right? So let me see if I can find that video. With the patch suggestion proposals. Okay, so let me bring that video up. Was really. And so I did this on purpose, right? Hold on. Let me just capture this. All right. I'm taking way more initiative when it comes to exposing certain things that I'm seeing in StarCraft 2. So when I went through this proposal, as you guys can see on the screen, if you guys want to go watch that video, you can. Zerg is getting pure buffs here. Okay, who won the tournament? Cyril, right? But Zerg is getting pure buffs here. They get only buffs. That's why they're in the green, right? I'm gonna go over down here, and what do I do with Terran? I put Terran in the red. Why? Okay, because the reverts that they're trying to give back for Terran over here. First off, here is something that I'm noticing, all right? Nobody uses my name when they're talking, right? When I'm making these points, nobody uses my name. However, they continue to try to protect someone or their decisions. For example, here, what does it say in Pig's proposal? The Widowmine change that Hearthstone proposed. look, if I'm pointing out Hearthstone really badly because of his interview and getting every single fucking change he wanted in the previous patch, right? And it's given him a lot of shit. What are they going to do? They're going to mention his name because they're going to try to protect him, right? And that's what you see here. So psychologically, it's getting to them, the changes, because there's a lot of pressure going on, especially with the large amount of StarCraft players going through this exodus at the moment. There was no need to mention the name, because all you're doing is, because of me, more than likely is what I'm thinking, because of me, right, they're trying to protect him. So they use his name here. They didn't need to use his name at all. They could have just said, this is the change. What am I with this. But they use his name really badly because they are emotionally invested in trying to protect him. Does that make sense? Right? So you can kind of see it here. Okay? Now, here's the thing. The Widow Mine goes back. It gets its invisibility back from the armory. But why do I have Terran in the red? Because it got like 3 nerfs, the Widow Mine, and they're only given 1 back from this revert. Oh, sorry, 2 back, but it's a way older Widow. You're not getting the splash damage back. Let's put it that way. You're not getting the splash damage back. You're only getting the invisibility back, right? But they want to up the cost of the armory, which to me makes no sense. Because, like I said, Cybernetics Core is minerals only for Protoss. And Zerg only has 2 upgrades out of the Spire anyways. They only need to make 2 Spires to do double upgrades. For Terran, it requires 3 buildings, right? There's a big difference. So you can see that. Because you have to do the ground attack, the air attack, and then the armor. Right? So they want to revert it, and then they also want to revert the Liberator. And then they want to give the Ghost back its extra damage from the snipe, but they also want to nerf the Ghost either with HP or giving it a specific, like, light tag or something like that. So what you're noticing is that anytime they try to give something back, they're taking away still, right, with Terran. And then when you go over to the Protoss changes, if we go down to where the Protoss changes are, I made some suggestions here, but I'm not going to go over that because I'm not going to waste time. You guys can look at it in the video. For Protoss, they're buffing the Disruptor's damage back and then buffing the Immortal back. And the only thing that they're doing for Protoss is taking away 25 energy from the energy recharge, which isn't going to do shit. So instead of 100 energy, it gets 75. And then they're reducing the vision of Hallucinated Phoenix. And then the Oracle, the stasis is half as long. That's it. But they get back the Immortal and the Disruptor, right? So Terran's still getting ultra nerfed. So, like, I'm surprised, man. You know, after all this stuff, I'm still surprised. You know what I mean? So when I'm doing the math, I'm just like, this doesn't fucking add up. You know? You can't trick me with these changes. You can't just try to be like, wow, getting tunneling claws to get back faster again, but I have no splash damage. Wow, I'm getting the ghost snipe back, but they're weaker now. You cannot trick me, okay, by trying to give and take. Okay, that is not a true revert. You cannot trick me, man. I look at the numbers, and do you know what I do? I play out the scenarios in my head within the game with StarCraft. I literally play out the scenarios. You know what I mean? So it just kind of like drives me crazy when I think about it. You know? It's annoying. Right? That they keep hemorrhaging against Terran. It's very biased against Terran. Extremely biased. You know what I mean? And it's all because of these feely EU Protoss players. And I wanna say Zerg players too, just because why is Zerg getting pure buffs only, but they still want to nerf Terran? You know? Cyril has been reigning supreme for so long. Maru has been getting destroyed a lot in the past few years. You know, it's more so Clem coming up. And Clem doesn't even play like TVT. He plays PVT. He's beaten Terran players with Protoss. You know what I mean? So, it does make you wonder. And I understand that, see, TVZ is not that bad, but it's gotten pretty bad when it comes to the late game, in my opinion, with the balance. But the mid and early game feel okay, right? When it comes to TVZ still. But the late game sucks, right? It sucks really bad, actually, the late game for TVZ. But for PVT, it's like almost impossible. You know what I mean? So it's funny because Zerg actually got quite a bit of buffs too, like the Hydra changes, the dashes, Nenitis. Trying to think what other changes they ended up getting. They got mostly buffs, right? In the past 2 patches, I think they got mostly buffs. The Ultra, they got that. Because now the Ultras stack on each other and push the units out of the way to get on top of your armies, which makes it very difficult for mech armies when that happens. Yeah, they got a lot of buffs, but Terran has always lost things every patch. So you can kind of see that I'm constantly on top of watching what they're releasing and what they're dropping out. And if they're constantly emotionally nerfing Terran while buffing the other races, that's kind of a problem. You know what I mean? Now, the big problem is obviously Protoss right now. That's the biggest problem. But Zerg hasn't, like, been getting giga nerfs. They've kind of been getting buffs, right? On top of each patch. It's just, you don't see the changes unless it's like late game. The effect in the game. You know what I mean? $80 heart rate. Yeah, they had the heart rate meters in EWC. Or whatever. Yeah. No, Bickerson, they have the heart rate meters in EWC. That's what he's referring to. If you're confused about it. But yeah, you know, it's very one-sided against Terran. That's what I'm noticing every single time, you know. Let me see. And then the tournament stats too. We can take a look at that again real quick. I'll do a very quick breakdown of the video so you guys can see it. I called it the Protoss problem. All of them. This is the Protoss problem right here. I'm surprised people are still ignoring this. Hold on a second. They're still ignoring this, right? So if I just go through every single one here, so this is the A, B, C tiers. If you just look here, like, I go over it, right? 9 Protoss, 8 Terrans, 5 Zergs, right? Look at the numbers of Protosses to Terran and Zerg. That's all you got to look at. Which number is larger? That's all you got to look at for A-tier tournaments. Protoss, 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 Protoss. They're all dominated by Protoss. Protoss, 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 right? Protoss, 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 Protoss. Go look at the video, dudes. Like, literally go look at the video. A tier specifically is mostly Protoss. The S tier is a mix, but most of the games are Protoss. Okay. It's the stats are there. I'm throwing real stats to everybody. Like, I make these videos for that reason, to show everybody. And here's the thing. All the YouTube content creators are kind of complaining about it. Okay? It's not just me. It's not just me. But it's the influencers within StarCraft that are in denial about this stuff. So let me see if I can find... They're all in denial about it for some reason. Let me see if I can find... Here. You can look at this from Giant Grant Games. You can look at this. Give me a second. As an example, right? Let's take a look at this real quick. Right. So if you listen,
StarCraft audience is
listen to this.
Shrinking. There are a decent number of graphs of it, but basically, if you look at like the arcade play rates and the Twitch viewership and my own like main channel video post rate, and really you can look at the graphs of any major content creator in StarCraft, and you can look at like the number of active users on the ladder. All of them are trending really far downwards to the size of the community being about 1/2 to 1/3 the size that it was back in 2020. Obviously, that was with the COVID bump. You know, we got some extra people in there. However, those people still count. So while daily upload channels like the Archives or Loco or Uthermal, all of those are completely fine right now because they only require tens of thousands of views per video to be successful. The main channel video, on the other hand, requires significantly more views because of how much work they take and how rarely they come out. They need to get hundreds of thousands or ideally over 1 million views per video.
Okay, so let me pause right there. So he puts in a lot of work into his videos. So I'm just letting you guys know. So the problem is with Giant Grant Games, he spends a lot of time on his videos. It's not just like me where I upload a highlight. Okay? He spends a lot of time on his videos. And it's really hurting him because of the decline in the player base in StarCraft 2. And he even knows this himself, right? He knows and he sees the stats and he sees the graphs. Now, he's not talking about balance, but he's talking about player base. Okay? And if we want to go back to player base, we can look at the player base, right? We can look at the algo, okay? So if we look at the algo, StarCraft 2 player base stats. I'm just going to type that in, see if I can find it. But if we just look at that particularly, that's where we can actually see, hey, there's a problem here. And he even says it too. Like, he knows, right? Now, what's funny is, like, I think people clipped Hoopsaya looking at my video, and he's like, "RuFF, you don't know shit. See, this is a fake graph. This is a fake graph. It went to 0. It's like crypto, guys. It rugged and it went to 0. Look, there's nobody playing StarCraft anymore. 100% loss." And people playing StarCraft, they're incompetent, okay? All you have to do is look at prior to that, all right? Look at these. Do not look at this. Dumb fuck. Look at this stuff. All right, that's all you got. That's all. That's all you got to look at. Look at here. You lost 10% in February, and then lost another 10% in March. Okay, of the player base. This is a problem. All right. When you have a decline like that, it's not very good. Okay. So that's just the real stats that I'm throwing out there. I am pointing this out. That's what I'm doing, and I'm giving my real criticism, and it's just facts. That's it. It's real. Like, I don't know how people can be in such denial about this whole protest thing and about the player base, not, you know, the player base dwindling. Like, how is it that they are in denial about it? And why do they continue to do it? You notice that these... here's the thing. You will notice that the people that stream on YouTube are the ones that are telling the truth about these things. They're the ones that are pointing out the real facts and statistics. Okay? Look at the RTS. RTS. Let's go check out the RTS streamer here. Not streamer. RTS storyteller, I think. That's who it is. Yes. Let's take a look at the RTS storyteller. He's a Zerg guy, okay? But he's saying the real thing with his videos. He's being very real about it. He's being very real about it. And he's also getting a lot of shit too. So if you listen to it, right? If you guys want to watch the video, go find it yourselves. We're only going to go over a few part of it.
Very hot take that many of you won't like, but I kind of feel that the StarCraft 2 community has at one point steered in the wrong direction when it comes to a balanced discussion. Every time a StarCraft 2 S-tier tournament concludes and a familiar name leaves the trophy, be it Serral, Classic or Maru, doesn't really matter who, there's always gonna be a Reddit thread with one goal: create an imbalanced narrative. Zerg is OP, some people will cry when Serral wins, or Protoss is now too good, others complain when it's Classic. These sentiments, of course, emotionally charged, but they still oversimplify the intricate dynamic.
Okay, listen to the way that he's talking. He's using logic here, okay? He's even pointing out the feels that are happening. You know the feelings that I bring up, that there are balancing toward feelings? It's emotionally charged. Listen to his words, okay? If you are of high intelligence, okay? If you have a higher IQ, you will listen to the words that he uses, and you will notice that it aligns with the stuff that I'm talking about, okay? I'm not the only one, guys. But for some reason, all the guys on Twitch specifically are the ones that are like the main influencers. They're the ones that are like in extreme denial. But listen to them.
Dynamics of this game. In my opinion, though, the reality is more complex, and player dominance does not equate to race imbalance. So with this video, I wanna try to dismantle that myth and talk about the balance issues from a slightly different viewpoint. First of all, there is one thing that people seem to always forget. Some players are outliers, not because of the race they play, but due to their unique combination of decision making, skill, and psychological discipline. Serral's incredible run that started in 2018 didn't suddenly make Zerg overpowered. Instead, it just marked the emergence of a player with unprecedented consistency and multitasking. I have a strong feeling that if Serral played a different race, the outcome would be pretty much similar. Just take a look at Clem, who casually off-races as Protoss because he dislikes TVT. He beats top players equally as both Terran and Protoss. And as for Serral, even though in my opinion the Zerg race was really slightly stronger in 2018, I still believe that the player's skill is the most important part when it comes to results. And the thing is, you can find a whole lot of examples when, even despite really bad balance, the better player comes on top. Back in 2011, when Zerg late game was clearly OP, MVP would still win multiple S-tier tournaments as Terran. This includes his famous game against Nesty and also some GSL Code S. Speaking of GSL, the very same GSL MVP 1 was already played on a patch that made Zerg so OP in late Wings of Liberty. And yet we had, guess how many Zergs? 0 players in the playoffs. You can say, well, they just didn't have time to figure it out, which is obviously true, but even later that year, when it was already evident that something has to be done about Zerg late game, Zerg still failed to win BlizzCon 2012.
Now here, he's on point. That's true. Now here's the funny thing, though. Protoss and Terran, specifically Protoss, was really good in the beginning of Legacy of the Void, right? Because of like the Void Ray rushes, and people didn't know how to handle it. We had to kind of learn after a little while by messing around with the meta. And eventually Terran started doing really well, like mid-Wings Liberty. But what's funny is Zerg started dominating at the end of Wings Liberty. And do you know what they started dominating with? People like Fitzy here, as an example. If you guys remember that guy, he had the fucking tinfoil hat. You know what I mean? When he would go to major tournaments and stuff, he started going mass queens. Spanishiwa started going mass queens, and they started using infestors, because back then the infestor had instant fungal. It didn't shoot a green blob. You click the button, it hit. It was broken as fuck. Okay? At that point, Zerg started destroying everybody except for me. Okay? Because I started doing the auto turret Raven stuff before Villo did. And I started destroying a lot of these Zergs that would do mass queen infestor with auto turret seeker missile, basically. That's why I was still like one of the top players, like rank 1 GM, because I was able to beat those mass queen infestor armies toward the end of Wings of Liberty before Heart of the Swarm released. So yeah, he's right. During a specific time, no Zergs won anything during Wings of Liberty until the very end.
Which ended in a PvP battle between Parting and Creator. So, even in the worst battle...
You see that? Right there. No Terrans toward the ends of Wings of Liberty. Nobody could win as a Terran player. Except for me, but I didn't play in like GSL and stuff back then. I was a ladder warrior. I was rank 1 GM, but I was Terran, obviously. But what's funny is this is what all the tournaments looked like in Wings of Liberty toward the end, right? Which is interesting because Terran sucked toward the end of Wings of Liberty.
So, even in the worst balanced time for StarCraft 2, the better players were still winning large. If you want more recent examples in Legacy of the Void, sure. My favorite one is when Neep switched from Terran to Protoss and started reigning supreme in almost all WCS events.
That's true.
Even though, once again, at that time Zerg race was objectively stronger than it would become later. But Neep still did not allow anyone else to dominate his region, and also Europe, until Serral came. Imagine what it could have been if the balance was in Protoss' favor back in 2017, and these are only 2 examples. But we can get even more if needed, but I kinda think that's enough to prove my point. Another thing is that perfect balance is not just about win rates. The game has dozens of possible build orders and adaptive timings, many of which are still being explored even 15 years post-launch.
Listen to what he's talking about. Specifically listen to what he's saying. StarCraft has many different build orders, right? You're going to notice he's probably going to point out that the build orders are gone. Listen, it's going to be all mechanics based with like 1 or 2 builds. More than likely.
And this also changes quite a lot with new patches that drop occasionally in this game. It's a big thing because no player plays exactly like the other in this game. Some players like Bly or Haas shine when meta rewards more cheese and risk, while others like Serral enjoy their Zerg late game dominance and they don't really need any early or mid game gimmicks to dominate. This is true for every player, for every race. This is also probably why we saw a great...
Yeah. So even though people didn't really like you notice he said that this is the same for every player in every race. So back then you had a vast amount of different builds that you could do. It didn't matter if you wanted the macro, it didn't matter if you wanted the cheese. There was always some kind of way where you can go into a specific build. As long as you executed correctly, you could hold or go into whatever you wanted to go into, right? So for example, a lot of people complain about Turtle Terrans as an example. What did they do to Terran? They nerfed the living shit out of Turtle Terran. Now you can't do it anymore, right? Planetary Fortresses lost their armors. Ravens suck now. Ghosts don't do any damage. They don't have lock-on. The EMP is a smaller radius, right? You can throw in a bunch of different things, but guess who can turtle now? Protoss. Shield batteries, minerals only. Cannons, minerals only. Put a couple Templar at each base. Go Tempest, because they're so fast as hell. You notice that those strategies are dominating every Terran player, and they can't do anything about it in this StarCraft. So, if you look at EWC, what was it? Lando ended up mentioning Terran lost to Protoss every single match, except for Maru versus Trigger. That is telling. Okay? So, how did Protoss lose? They lost because Zerg beat them. Alright? So, you gotta understand that the Protoss can fall back to that strategy with the Cannon, Shield Battery, Templar, Tempest, and Terran just loses. Every time. They cannot win. Okay? It's gotten really that bad with the balance.
A variety of champions in past days. Back in How to Do Swarm and Wings of Liberty, the game was much more focused on timing attacks, creative cheeses, all-ins, and just overall cheesy playstyles, while nowadays it's much more about macro, late game, and multitasking. So back in How to Do Swarm and Wings of Liberty, this would make the game less consistent, and even superior players would often lose to cheesy playstyles, like it was multiple times with J-Donk and Stardust. Now, it's just difficult for more creative or even experienced players to shine in the current version of StarCraft 2.
You hear what he said? It's harder for creative players in order to shine in StarCraft 2. Because you're forced into a specific meta, the norm that everybody does, and then that's it. There's nothing else you can do because they've, and I've spoken about this, they've nerfed tier 1, not tier 1. They buffed the living shit out of tier 1, and they've nerfed every support unit in the game. They've nerfed all the spellcasters. They've nerfed all the AoE. Think about it for a moment. No more Secret Missile. EMP is smaller. Widow Mines do less splash damage. Liberators do less damage to anti-air. Right? The Viper's Parasitic Bomb doesn't last as long. Fungals don't last as long. They nerfed the Disruptor's damage. Right? The Colossus is focused on light armor instead now, instead of just flat damage like it used to be. They've nerfed every single AoE unit in the game that you are forced to play bash your head against your opponent, right? Without any creativity, and just spam tier 1 basically. It's literally gone in that direction. Like, they've made it way easier to do that. That is why you see these Protoss builds where they only make Stalker Zealot, and they only take their first 4 gases, their main and their natural, and every other base has only minerals. That's why. And Terran can't really do anything about it. I don't know about Zerg, but Terran definitely can't do anything about it because they have no AoE. And so they just A-move with Zealots and Stalkers constantly, doing this this macro kind of mineral-only bases. You know what I mean? It's gotten really bad when it comes to the creative playstyles. And so you can kind of hear in this video. I'm not going to go over the entire video because you guys can go over there and give some views and whatnot. But you get the point, right? I'm not the only one. Other creators of StarCraft 2 are pointing this out, okay? I'm not the only one. There are other players, other races that are pointing it out, right? And I find it really odd that the main influencers that go to these major tournaments, so you will notice that the influencers that don't go to the major tournaments, like me, are complaining about it, right? Like, hey, you're killing StarCraft. This is a bad idea. But the influencers that do go to these major tournaments, that have a lot of influence, right? They are like, Protoss is not broken. What are you talking about? You're crazy. You know what I mean? So it just kind of gives that example that you guys are seeing. And there is a trend here. And I'm not alone in this. Even though they make it look like I'm alone in it, I'm not. Right? These guys, they're part of a little circle. The circle. The circle of, I'm going to call it the circle of dominance. Or so they think it's a circle of dominance. Okay? They're part of their little group of influencers. They all network together. And what they say, they all have to say together. Okay? However, the people know. The people aren't stupid. The people are going to get pissed. People like me. All right? We need some change. We need to revert this stuff back. And I'm tired of this mechanic-based StarCraft 2 that is just a tier 1 spam fest that's boring to watch. I'm tired of it. I want to see some creativity in this game. I want to see more, some more players rise in the ranks, not the same players. And I want to see more players join the game, not quit the game. There's a big difference. How do you have players join the game? Well, let me tell you something, okay? Here's another psychological thing for people out there that are playing games. Why would you ever revisit a game, okay, and want to constantly play a game? Because there are different things you can do that keeps captivating your interest. That is why, right? So, for example, if you play an RPG, maybe they have different paths. Maybe they have different romances in the RPG that you can take. Maybe you can go an evil path. Maybe you can go a good path. It makes you want to play the game again, right? See what the different paths are. StarCraft, you have different races, right? But are you able to do different build orders? No? Well, that sucks. Then I'm just doing the same thing over again. If you have a bunch of different build orders, maybe one week, you're a bio player. Maybe another week, you're a mech player. Maybe another week, you want to be a Sky Terran player. And you want to make it work and still stay within your skill level. Wait, I can only be a bio Terran? I can't play any of the other things anymore? Well, that's boring. This is all I can do. I do the other thing and I just die every time, even though I have a good understanding of the game. People don't like that. You know what I mean? You don't have to be the best, but there's a big difference in a certain skill level and a certain understanding of a game when one thing works better than the other by a huge fold. Okay? So that's the problem that we're having. You know what I mean? So you want to captivate people by having a lot of different things that they can do And by allowing them to do different things that still keeps them within the same kind of level, they're having fun. Okay? And another thing that people have fun with, and this is going to sound controversial because remember I was talking about all the AoE being nerfed? People love when things explode. Okay? It's just, I don't know what it is. Psychologically, people love it. They like seeing a big explosion happen. Right? It could be any kind of spell. You get a dopamine hit. When you pull something off like that, it makes you feel good. You know what I mean? Damn, I hit that big disruptor hit. I feel good about it. Damn, my seeker missile connected. He wasn't able to split his units. I feel good about it. You know what I mean? It's interesting when you think about it from that perspective, right? People have more fun when things blow up. Yeah? So if you constantly are nerfing AoE now, and you're forcing people in this tier 1 direction, you're also going to get people to quit. And you cannot just balance for the pro players, right? With like making Protoss overpowered, because then a lot of players in lower leagues, they're not going to be happy playing the game because they're always losing to this race and they don't know how to deal with it. Oh, this guy just A-moved and I lost. That sucks. And that's actually the case in GM right now with this Stalker Zealot build that I was talking about, where they just take only minerals and build nexuses everywhere. It's just like that, basically. You know? Imagine lower leagues getting destroyed by just the A-move like that. It's not fun for them. You know what I mean? That's the problem, right? When you get thrown down in rank because you picked a different race besides Protoss, it doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good to always get tossed down a rank or two. You know what I mean? Especially when you're so used to being in a certain spot, and then all of a sudden, and it's not because you started playing worse, it's because of the balance. You know? I'm just saying. So people don't like that. That's why you have this exodus that's going on, and people don't like it. That's why you have Protoss dominance on the ladder, because the players that were not Protoss stopped playing because of that. You see? So I don't know. Like I said, I've been pointing this out for a while, right? And they're still ignoring it. But there is a lot of pressure still in the community. And it's weird to see the elites of the StarCraft community, except for Protoss players, right? That are on Reddit, that whine and complain all the time. Not agree with the people, basically, right? So it's pretty sad right now, the situation. I think there would be, you know, and it doesn't necessarily mean that if you nerf like, I agree they should give the Protoss the disruptor damage back, because that'll be fun for them to kill roaches in one hit again. It'll be fun for me to kill roaches in one hit again with the ghost snipe like it used to be. As an example, people will have more fun that way. You can't just take away all the toys in the game. They need to start reverting back just more than that, though. You know what I mean? And that doesn't mean that Protoss is going to suck either in tournaments if they do that. You know? So they need to stop with that. The direction of how they're doing StarCraft. They need to stop with the tier 1 spam shit. They need to bring back a bit more creativity in the game. Right? Bring back old school StarCraft 2. And we're good to go. You'll see a lot of people come back to play. They'll be like, wow, StarCraft 2 Classic. Yo, they reverted 4 years worth of patches? You know how many people will jump on that bandwagon and start playing StarCraft again? Probably a lot. Probably a lot. But they won't do that. I know they won't do that. They have this ego. They think to themselves, well, if we don't do this, it means that we're fuck-ups and we wasted our time, that kind of thing. They think like that because they're emotionally unstable. You know what I mean? I don't know, man. Like, I just look at these things. I know I've been talking about this stuff for a while, right? When I probably should be playing games, but I felt like I had to go over it. You know? It's just been really bad with the balance and everything with StarCraft. I need more people to know this. I need more people to care about it. Instead of bending over backwards. You know? Backpedaling. Like the Terran guys that pointed out stats and then they backpedaled because I agreed with them. Crazy, right? Mech Warrior a bit. I think I'm going to stop here, though. Because after all that, I'm kind of like off my jam. And then I've got kiddos over December, too. So I probably need to be up early. I need to be up early. I need to take them to the gym with me because the gym has the kids area for only so long in the morning. And then they don't have it in the evening. That I have to go at a specific time. So it kind of makes it a little harder. And then I need to do things with them because they're only here for a month. That kind of thing. A lot of the off gaming and stuff will continue at mid-August. Mid-August I'll be done with that. So you'll see a lot more off gaming. Sometimes I'll off game, but today I want to make sure that I'm up so I can you know, get that stuff done. Tomorrow night, we could probably off game tomorrow night. Because Sunday nothing's open anyways. And I like to treat Sundays as, let's not go anywhere. Because I'm tired of spending money always. You know what I mean? Kind of like that. So we might do some off gaming tomorrow. Tomorrow would be a good day. Let me see. You know, today is Friday for MechWarrior. Maybe I should sacrifice an hour. I want to play. I want to play. Nah, I need to be up early. I need to be disciplined. I'm not going to go to the gym if I stay up too late. I know that for a fact. Because I did that a few days ago. When I was playing late. Alright, anyways, dudes, I'm going to stop here. I'll be back on again tomorrow. Tomorrow will be a good day to do it. Because I can't do anything on Sunday anyways. So, we'll do it that way. Like I said, bear with me for a month. Alright? Like I said, mid-August. Like August 15th. I should be done with everything. I'm going to be going to exactly on August 15th. I come back after doing all my flying and trips and traveling everywhere. So I'm going to be traveling for a week prior to that date. And then, yeah, I'll be doing all the... Oh, God, I'm not looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to going to... down to Miami, but I'm not looking forward to doing the big traveling to the West Coast. It's not fun. And then I come back. I do Renaissance Fair on Saturday, I think, which will be fun. And then we should be getting on track Sunday, which would be the the 17th. Yeah, something like that. But anyways, like I said, that's in like 3 weeks or so. For now, you guys are still going to get StarCraft. It'll be anywhere between 8 and 9 p.m. Because I got to make sure that I put them to bed, right? Because right now they're sleeping when I stream, right? I'm doing the daddy daycare stuff right now. So, because I'm doing the single dad stuff. So, literally when I put them to sleep, I stream. And then I gotta be disciplined to sleep. That way I'm up when they get up. So lots of times I'm only getting like 6 to 7 hours of sleep each night whenever I'm doing it. You know what I mean? So I've got to do those things. Alright, anyways. We'll catch you guys later. So peace out.